I think that's a hot mic, yeah? All right, we have a few people who are still filing in. Make yourselves comfortable.
Here we go.
Take your seats. Welcome. Good afternoon. Welcome to TwitchCon and welcome to our Bungie panel. Yes, hello. Hi. Hi. We are here to talk about the seasons of Destiny. I'm Deej. I will be your moderator for this panel discussion. And I would like to introduce to you my fellow panelists. Before I do that, I want to, as all great entertainers should, know my audience. So, we're going to take a quick census with a showing of hands. How many of you in this room are playing Destiny 2 currently?
Raise your hands, guys. You better raise them.
Looking forward to the PC launch in 4 days? All right. How many of you have no intentions to play Destiny, but you got dragged to this by a friend? Welcome to one of the finest communities in gaming. And to the people who are sitting next to all those hands that just went up, thank you. Today we are going to be talking about the fact that the torch has been passed from the team that made Destiny 2 to the team that will sustain Destiny 2, if I can use a little bit of developer talk for just one moment. So please join me in giving a very warm Guardian welcome to my fellow developer, Ryan Parody, game director for the live team.
Live team, guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Ryan, tell them a little bit, give them your one-sentence summary of what you do at Bungie on the live team.
I drink a lot of coffee and make sure that the team has the assets they need to help make Destiny the best game possible.
All right.
A lot of direction for the activities we're going to put in the game, and just oversight.
And then
Done,
also
Sparty.
please welcome Steve Dolan, senior designer for the live team.
So hi,
What do they mean by seasons? That's what we're here to find out.
I'm a senior designer who focuses on the social aspects of the game. And so my team did all of the clan features in the game right now. And my team also, since they're very, very social in nature, does all of the emote design for the game.
Everyone's like, oh, that
I have a
guy
very serious job. Very serious.
broke Destiny for me. No trials.
Beyond the discussion table here, I also have a lot of people that also work on Destiny, either from Bungie or from Activision, to make sure that your experience playing the game is awesome. I also want to give them a real quick shout out. Our events manager, Brittany Lichty.
Brittany's awesome. Brittany's really, really awesome. Brittany's great.
Our partner in crime, Justin Reynolds, who
Justin's pretty great.
helps us foster relationships with many of you fine people. We got MC Pate, who helps us make our streams work on our channel.
Pate's great. It's better be good. I hope
Master
so.
Scott, without whom we would not have a Twitch channel. And
Scott's
my
awesome.
fellow community manager,
There's Cosmo. Cosmo's the best.
Cosmo. So let's jump into this. Talk to me, guys,
Here we go.
about the goals of the live team.
Right, so the live team is there to take the torch from the Destiny 2 main team and shepherd Destiny 2 throughout its whole life cycle. We keep the game world fresh by revitalizing the content that's there, adding new content, giving you new pursuits in the world of Destiny, giving you new reasons to play.
And these are the things that we always said about Destiny, a world that would change over time, a game that gives you different reasons to engage with your friends or to engage the enemies of humanity wherever they can be found.
Absolutely.
Okay. Create new reasons to play. Talk to me about that. How does that goal come into play?
Right, so you've seen a lot of these things in Destiny 1. These were our core events. These were the rituals we put in front of you. These were, things like Festival of the Lost was something we added to the game. In our other events.
Festival of the Lost.
Yeah, so with Destiny 2, we have a great beginning, and this is just our beginning. So we'll be adding more to this game as we go.
Okay. And delivering new pursuits, rituals, and challenges.
Mm-hmm. Right, so you've seen the first few things we've put out with Faction Rally and with Iron Banner.
Are we okay?
Yeah, someone just wanted to chime in.
Someone's got a CB.
So that's just the beginning for us. Those are the rituals we want to add to Destiny and the reasons to keep you engaged in the world of Destiny.
And Steve, with your focus on the social element of the game, with clans and nonverbal communication and all that.
Exactly. No, it's really important as well. Doing all of these things, making sure that there are great reasons to reconnect with your friends and with your clanmates as you play the game. So there's always great reasons for you to play and then play with the people you've gotten to know while playing the game. Yeah.
Okay.
So, for anyone in this room, I hope it doesn't need to be said, Bungie loves Twitch. We have seen an amazing community gather around this game, manifesting almost like a flame. I've talked to a lot of different people at TwitchCon, and there are certain questions that developers ask, like how can I get streamers to like my game? This is not really something that we ever had to do at Bungie. As soon as Destiny launched, we saw people gathering together on the directory, taking each other out on these adventures together, connecting with people in your audience and bringing them on these activities with you. Destiny and Twitch have
That's not me, that's
almost
you guys.
been hand in hand throughout this entire experience. We create an entertaining, interactive experience that is best when it is enjoyed with other people, which sounds exactly like the value proposition for Twitch. So we have had some amazing experiences with people in this room. We've welcomed streamers to our studio to participate with us in reveals. We've had amazing experiences streaming our own content and visiting the ecosystem where you thrive and sharing a little bit of ourselves. We'll be getting back to all of that again very soon once we clear this launch window and what has been a crazy summer of traveling the world and inviting people into this new world, into the next iteration of the world of Destiny. But when our friend Sean McGinnis invited us down to TwitchCon and said, do you want to do a panel? We said, absolutely. At the time, we weren't entirely certain what we were going to talk about, but this is my second TwitchCon panel. Cosmo, you've been to TwitchCon ever since it's been a thing, right? So we knew that we wanted to be in this room. We knew that we wanted to be here with you in this moment. And since we are just a little over a month after the original launch of Destiny 2, 4 days from the PC launch, and we haven't even begun a conversation about the next stories that we'll be telling in the world of Destiny. If you're holding the expansion pass in your hand, you know that expansion 1 comes out winter of 2017. So I'm not here to upgrade your expectations on that today, but I did want to partner with these fine gentlemen and heap some more promises on top of that.
Here it comes.
If you're looking forward to new things to do in Destiny, new things to earn, new ways to distinguish your Guardian, that is what we're going to be talking about today. It's an interesting moment of in-betweens. It's an interesting time for us to make promises, but we're going to put some pieces on the board, and then we'll be moving them around in the weeks and months to come. Sound good?
Here we go.
All right, we're going to jump into it. Seasons. What are seasons? It's been a question that we've been asked a lot since the launch of the game, because right there in the game interface is your first clue that Bungie would be delivering seasonal content in Destiny 2. Now, if you're in a clan,
Deej,
what's wrong?
You're not really helping out your clan much.
Yeah, okay, no. Don't look at the fact that my don't look at the fact that my weekly personal contribution is 0. I took this screenshot right before I sat down to play some Iron Banner, okay? All right? All right, yeah, sure. Okay, and if you want to split hairs, yes, we completed Trials of the Nine that week. Really, what I want to call your attention to on this screen is Season 1. We are, right now, in the midst of Season 1. And as soon as I remember the first meeting where I was like, so they're going to know about seasons the first day the game launches? Yep. And you're like, yeah, when are we going to? I'm like, well, I've been offered a TwitchCon panel. Do you want to go down and talk to them?
That should be fun.
I mean, of all the people that we could talk to about a game that has a predictable cadence for new content over time, I think this room probably has the most burning curiosities about how all that's going to work. Yeah. So that's why we're here. And if you want to split hairs about my clan, we've already maximized our potential in Season 1.
That is true, you have, which is a major accomplishment.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. So I am very curious for you to tell me what will befall us in Season 2 and why we did that.
Well, We actually spent a lot of time thinking about like, okay, so when you're playing through the game with the community, right, and you're working yourself towards a major objective, right? You're building, you're working towards an objective. You get to the end of a period of time, and well, if one community has maxed everything out, right, and they're like full max awesomeness.
Oh, you want to just see?
Well, someone starting a new community is going to have a really hard time recruiting people into that community. Or if you're someone who's just, like, I'm starting to play the game, I want to join one of these clans, I should only really join the one that's at max level, right? Like, why would I join one that's not at max level? That just seems like
It's literally going to be foolish. Like, reset the
And so
clan.
what we decided is that as you progress your clan from the beginning to its maximum level during the course of a season, well, let's roll things back at the beginning of the next season, give a chance for everyone to start from a new, fresh point, and get a chance for old communities to have everyone rally back, get ready to go and take on what's next, and give new communities a chance to recruit new members and new people. And so it's just a huge.
That's
one
fine
of those
if
first
that's
things
not
that sort of
just
start to set this arc of hey, a new season is starting. Call up everyone, get them all back online, get them back playing again.
That might not be
and then
it,
also
guys.
maybe bring some new people along
It
with you.
might not be it.
That's
We'll talk a little bit more about how those clan perks and how those clan features evolve season over season.
Yes, we will.
Let's talk all up about our goals for seasons. You had mentioned at the top we wanted to deliver a more predictable cadence for game updates.
Right. So one of the common pieces of feedback we had throughout Destiny 1 as the live team was that you guys never knew when we were going to do something. It always kind of just got sprung on you, and it was, hey, look at this cool thing. Isn't that neat? We want to be a little more communicative with you. We want to be able to say to you, like, this is the start of a season. This is what's contained within that season. That doesn't mean we're going to tell you everything up front. We've got some surprises, but for the most part, you should know what to expect and about when to expect it. Know when you need to be a part of Destiny, which is all the time. But
so there are 4 seasons in a year, in a calendar year. How many seasons are we going to deliver during this first
How many
year
seasons?
of Destiny 2?
Here we go.
so Destiny Year 2, or Destiny 2 Year 1 has 4 seasons planned.
Okay.
Could change, but that's what we're planning right now.
All right.
So winter,
and,
spring, summer, autumn.
Those
basically.
seasons are going to change the themes of the player experience.
Right, so we look at Destiny 2 and what seasons offer, and it gives us the capability to make some really big changes to the game world and change the way you experience just the world itself. We're going to be focusing more on that as we go through the seasons, but that's one of our goals, is to make big changes to the game.
And things that are often requested, sandbox tuning, new features, and more content.
Most importantly, at the very least, like the start of a season represents a point where we can put out a big patch that changes the game meta,
Okay.
that adds
Sandbox
new things you guys
tuning.
have been asking for, and
Okay.
adds more content for that season.
Release vehicles, we call them.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of conversations about that at Bungie. We are as dialed into the community conversation as we can be. And whenever we identify something, a common narrative or a burning question, we are always talking about these things. And usually the conversation is, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. What's the release vehicle for that? And you have built in a good, predictable cadence for when we can address some of those issues.
And again, that's not to say that these are our only release vehicles, but these are the ones where you will see the big changes come in.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything to add to
Okay.
that from a social perspective or a clan perspective?
I mean, just like, the thing that's interesting to me, again, and hit on it before, is just it's that great beat where everyone's excited, right? People are coming back online, people are getting engaged and getting...
Oh no! What's happening? Oh no. Oh, I clipped by accident. Hold on, let me reload it. What's happening?
excited, right?
Okay, we're okay.
People are
We're
coming
fine.
back online.
We
People
probably
are
didn't miss
getting
anything.
engaged and getting-
We didn't. Oh no, we're missing everything. No, guys, why does it keep doing that? Oh, rip the stream. You can see the chat, right? You can see the chat, and what they're saying is GG, F to pay respects. We'll be right back. Oh, great. Okay, so if you missed anything, basically what happened was So clans are going to reset. The levels are going to reset. And the clan perks are going to change with every reset. We don't know how drastic those changes are going to be, but we know that that's going to be a thing. We also know that there's going to be 4 seasons, so essentially like summer, winter, spring, and then autumn. So that's a thing. And during those seasons, we know that there's going to be more content. There's going to be, which we don't know what that more content is. Like, they have not told us what that more content is. It could be a Rise of Iron type thing. It could be a Age of Triumph type thing. We don't know what that new content is going to be. So more content, and there's also going to be like major sandbox updates. Now, they did say, I do want to let you guys know that they did say specifically that that's not the only time that there's going to be sandbox updates. It's not the only time. But the major sandbox updates are going to happen before a season begins. So that's what we know. I wanted to know like more stuff, but the Twitch stream's down. So the April update, I mean, the April update was pretty good. Like it switched up a lot of things. But there's always been major sandbox updates along with content drops. But this is going to be like stuff that you don't pay for, right? It's not going to happen during like say when the DLC comes out. It doesn't mean that every time a DLC comes out there's going to be a sandbox update. It means there's just going to be a sandbox update. We're back.
Find out very soon.
We're back. We're back.
So events are all up, limited time activities with special rewards. When you talk about the limited time, what is the goal there? What's the value of that to the player?
So the goal isn't to make you feel like you have to be playing Destiny right now. And that's why we spread them out over a 3-week-long period to let you enjoy the event as you can. It's not a, hey, I have to go do this thing. It's, no, we have this cool offering for you, and you really do want to go do it.
Or they could miss it. I mean, we've heard so many times, I'm going to be on vacation then. I have finals then. I'm going to be working hard then. So over the course of 3 weeks, I think we hope that you would be able to carve out some time to play Destiny if you wanted to.
Absolutely.
And if you're ever on a 3-week vacation, I want you to tell me all about it, because that just sounds delicious.
Wonderful.
So in Season 2, we will be seeing The Dawning.
The Dawning is making a return shortly after the launch of Season 2.
Okay, Dawning's
So,
coming back.
If you experienced The Dawning the last time that we did it, fictionally, the idea is that it is sort of a confluence of cultures. Refugees from the collapse of the Golden Age came to us from every corner of the globe. They gathered together under the Traveler. They built a city for themselves, and all those cultures combined to create this new holiday about the birth of the light and all of the magic that comes from the Traveler. So how are we going to be celebrating that this time?
So we've got a few cool Easter eggs we put in the game, and I think we have some actual pictures of those coming up.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I like pictures.
We enabled ice hockey in the tower.
Ice hockey in the tower,
You guys will get to play with
guys?
some hockey.
One art caveat right off the bat, this is all work in progress, so we don't tend to show you unfinished assets, but this is one of them. We're working on hockey. It's becoming playable for the first time inside of our studio, and it looks similar to this once it comes out, but that's not the finished product.
Yeah.
So please be
it's
advised.
a little slippery over there. You got to kind of be careful when you're walking around.
And then also, I can't tell you how many times people said last year when we made it snow in the tower, can I have a snowball fight?
Yeah.
Are we
you
getting
can.
snowball fights? There's snowball fights,
So you can have
guys.
snowball fights in the tower, and I think the better experience is in the farm, though. I mean, we have snow forts, snowball piles. It's pretty awesome.
No.
So,
Okay.
we're used to fun things to do in social
I like
spaces. We're used
snowball
to kicking
fights.
around the ball,
Okay.
or in this case, having a snowball fight. But will this actually touch the world of the game?
Right, so it's not just social spaces. We also propagated snowballs throughout the world, so you can go ahead and kill some combatants out there.
With the
Kill
snowball.
combatants
With
with
the snowball,
snowballs.
yeah.
That's fun.
And they'll be featured in some strikes as well,
Yeah.
with some compelling reasons to pick them up and use them.
Yeah, the first time I ever got in trouble in school was because I threw a snowball at someone. So this is going to.
There's our reason to go back to the farm. Exactly.
Feel good.
And as always, the invitation to Destiny is if you do cool stuff, you get cool stuff.
Here comes the loot, guys.
In a hush and a murmur.
That was real nice, actually.
So this is the best I can do to tease this without a full reveal.
Ooh.
This is the Gauntlet Inspection, so you get a little bit.
Do
of
you
helmet,
see that hunter
a little bit of
cape?
chest piece, but we'll show you what these entire gear sets look like. Maybe we'll have our own stream and
Do you see that
we'll host
hunter
our own
cape?
snowball fight before the dawning launches.
I think so. And this isn't the extent of the gear either. We
That
might
looks
have some
good.
emotes. I don't know. We definitely have some cool weapons to play
That
with.
looks good.
And some other cool things for you to earn.
So new
And
weapons.
This also points to the idea
as well.
that the dawning themes are the ones that really shape our development. They shape the
New
things
weapons
that we
as
deliver,
well.
and they shape the things that you earn. So you'll also have dawning shaders. So if your Crucible Fire team says, hey, we're all dressed up like the Dawning tonight. I don't like the Dawning armor. I'm just going to put on a shader. Is that okay with you? So,
Dawning shaders, which we could
all right,
expect.
so moving right along, I also want to talk about rituals. Rituals like Iron Banner. So
There we go.
we have conducted our first Iron Banner in Destiny 2. It took Lord Saladin a while to get back to the tower, but
If it's
he
mobility
made his
armor.
fashionably late arrival. And after our
That'd
first
be really sad.
Iron Banner in Destiny 2,
At least the
not
cape
the
doesn't
last
matter.
Iron Banner for Season 1, but for the first Iron Banner, what did we learn?
We learned a lot. We have about 1,600 years of data to comb through and figure out what we're going to do next.
So the Guardians of Destiny 2, just to make sure that it doesn't go over heads. The Guardians of Destiny 2 played 1,500 years of Iron Banner for the week that it was live.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the power of this community, and we are amazed by it daily. So thank you for playing. But what did we learn?
So we learned how you guys interacted with the loot system, first and foremost. And
Yeah.
that's something we took to heart. So in Season 2, you're going to see some changes there. We are going to let you direct purchase the guns that
Okay.
we put on offer.
Direct purchase guns.
Using
Although
what?
getting guns was
Using tokens and legendary shards.
tokens
So
and
you're gonna have to
legendary
pay,
shards.
But you can
Okay.
direct purchase the
Okay.
guns each week.
That's a good change.
We're going to slowly roll out the guns there too. That's just a better experience than all at once.
And
They're going
in
back to
terms
what
of,
Iron Banner
how
was.
we grant
basically.
new rewards. How can we evolve the way people acquire things that distinguish themselves as Crucible connoisseurs or Crucible elite or whatever
I gotta
competing
show
Iron
off my
Banner means
EP.
to you personally.
Yeah, so the other key takeaway we got was that the token economy, while it does some great things for us, it's not always the best way to handle things.
True.
So with Season 2 Iron Banner gear and Season 2 Faction Rally gear, we are going to let you unlock your rituals via gameplay, or unlock your ornaments via gameplay. So you're going to have a sweet set of Season 2 gear that we're going to show you in a bit. And you're actually going to unlock the redecoration of that and the new perks, new stats on that via
New
actual
perks?
gameplay.
So we've seen
New
sorry.
perks?
No, I was just going to
Okay,
add on,
hold
like, we really
I'm
want
getting
you to have that
excited.
feeling when you walk into the tower and you see someone just like decked out with all the ornaments, that person is awesome. They're like, they clearly love Iron Banner and they crushed it out there.
Yeah.
They look amazing.
And the first Iron Banner is an opportunity for us to introduce the activity and introduce the character of Lord Saladin and the ritual itself to what have been an influx of new players for Destiny 2. Now these things can become more elaborate, more interesting over time. And we did get the narrative, we did get the community narrative. I want the acquisition of Iron Banner rewards to be a little bit more interesting, a little bit more challenging than just something that I'm pulling out of a reward package. So in Season 2,
Here we go.
not the next Iron Banner, because we
Right.
still have to introduce our friends on the PC to Lord Saladin before Season 2. There will be one more Iron
Okay.
Banner in Season 1, and if you don't have a full set yet, you can still acquire those items.
Right.
But these
That looks pretty
ornaments
cool.
are earned how exactly?
So these ornaments, when you zip into your Iron Banner armor, down at the bottom where you have all your mods and decorations, you'll see an ornament slot there. It'll be grayed out until you actually complete an objective we list on top of it.
Ooh,
That
that's
objective
good.
could be something like go
really good.
win 10 Iron Banner matches.
That's good.
Or go flawless in Trials of the Nine.
That's really good.
Getting ahead of ourselves just a little bit. Getting ahead of ourselves just a little bit.
That's good. That's really good.
So we're taking existing armor that you own and we're making it a little bit more elaborate through things that you achieve. And these will be the hallmarks of those achievements.
Right. The point is that, like Steve said, someone will look at you and say, wow, he did that in Season 2. So when Season 3 rolls around, these ornaments they're not there anymore. You don't have the ability to unlock them. So it's important that you hop in and finish your Season 2 collection.
That's really
good. Steve, as we certainly can attest, you see someone in your clan. I mean, what's one of the most perennial questions in Destiny? But where did you get that?
Exactly.
Help me get that.
Exactly.
It's like, okay, all right.
All right, let's
let me get out my backpack.
Let's go win some matches.
All right, and then of course, as you mentioned, they will be able to acquire new Iron Banner weapons. So if you have a deep cache of legendary shards or tokens, you can use those things to acquire these weapons. They've been visually redesigned, but also tactically, yes?
Right, so with Season 1 Iron Banner, we deployed a bunch of weapons that had some holes in the deployment. Like, you had a kinetic hand cannon, but you didn't have the energy version of the hand cannon. We're going to go ahead and fill that out for you and let you get the energy version of it now. We've also updated the perks and the stats on the guns, too.
Mm-hmm. So they're very purposeful decisions that you make. This is what the sandbox needs now. This is what the arsenal may be lacking. This is how we'd like to change the way people fight season over season. We talked about sandbox tuning, and obviously buffing and nerfing is one way to do that. But a common narrative in the community is quit adjusting everything and just give me something else that might compete with that thing. So with a frequent influx of new weaponry, you can say, you know what would balance this out a little bit is this scout will level the playing field.
Some new tools, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's move on. You hinted at Trials of the Nine.
I just got excited.
Yeah. Well,
I want to talk about Trials of the Nine.
Can be very exciting. So you hinted at Trials of the Nine. You had mentioned that Iron Banner gear will have ornamentation.
Right.
And if you have played Destiny 1, ornamentation shouldn't be a foreign concept. We did that as Iron Lords. We've done this on different occasions where you acquire something and then as you master the use of it, it becomes more interesting visually. So you're doing that for Iron Banner. You're also doing that for Trials of the Nine. Unfortunately, my will is not my own. So I can't show you that now. But like I said, we're making some promises. We're getting some pieces on the board. I appreciate everybody that just, issued an audible aww. But we'll show you this stuff, or maybe you'll just discover it for yourself in the game. Because those moments are awesome, too. When you're in the tower and somebody sees that for the first time and you can tell, maybe they use one of your emotes, Steve.
No problem. Hopefully. I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do look really cool.
And then also, in Season 2, we will have redesigned Trials of the Nine weaponry, new visual aesthetic, as well as you mentioned before, different perks.
Right, so they have the iconic Trials look. They have the Trials look from year 1, is what we're dubbing it. But they are updated. They have new perks. They're filling out your inventory for where you previously had some gaps before. Just new ways for you to play.
Okay. The Trials look from Season 1?
Yes.
You would say year 1. Okay. If I don't correct you, they will.
Yes.
Yes,
Sorry.
yes,
Keep us honest, friends. I just wanted to let you know that I heard
Not bad.
So moving along, Faction Rally was a fascinating social experiment.
It was a lot of fun for us. I'm sure many of you noticed, but it's actually one of the first times when our entire community on both platforms contributed to this event. You declared who you wanted to represent, and across both platforms, sure enough, the winner won out. And so what's exciting? One of the things that's really exciting for me personally is that next time we plan on doing this, right?
Yep.
In a mere number of days, we'll have another platform that can contribute.
That was
and
like
can be
days.
part of the battle. Yeah.
3 factions to declare loyalty to, 3 gear sets that you can earn, 3 platforms on which you can play, and every single player on every single platform will be counted, will be tabulated, and we'll understand once again the reigning faction in the tower.
Dead Orbit's always going to win.
You want to have a rematch right now? Let's make some noise. Who's going to declare for Dead Orbit next time? Future War Cult. New Monarchy.
Okay, New Monarchy was louder.
All right. So the TwitchCon winner of the faction rally is New Monarchy? I think so. I think so. And I don't see a lot of people wearing red in this room. So who would have thought that would be the outcome? All right. Dead Orbit? Future War Cult?
There we go.
New Monarchy. Your recount has been logged. I'm declaring New Monarchy the winner. Case closed. So obviously, in
Faction
summary of
rally,
Season 1, when a faction wins, they get to sell their prize weapon. If you declared with them, it's cheap. If you didn't, it ain't. So these were obviously the first faction rally weapons. We'll have one more faction rally before the end of Season 1.
Right? And
Okay.
we'll have 3 new weapons on offer.
Yep. All right.
These are the
Again,
same
another
weapons,
way
though.
for us to say, here's what the sandbox needs. Another way for you to earn weapons that will change the way you fight and play.
And there's one other thing I wanted to make sure we talked about Faction Rally is that you know, because of the way we're doing seasons, we can make quick changes, right? So
This is still in
one of the
Season
things
1,
that
though.
Everyone quickly found out when doing the Faction Rally that, you know, there were certain scenarios where the best thing to do was to be in a fire team by yourself,
Here we go.
you know, grinding things, and you could get tokens really fast that way. But
Grinding crates.
Exactly. And so, you know, as a game that we want that's a community game, and it's about playing, you know, having a good time with your friends and your clanmates, we want to make sure that we bring playing with your fire team up to par with running solo. So, you know, and because we have this vehicle that is seasons, we can make changes so that we can achieve our goals with how we want the game to feel.
So you sent us into those hive dens and say, destroy the hives, egg pods, or whatever those things were. But what were
That's
they?
good that they're going to change that.
Yep. If people were saying I'm not going to play, hey guys, I'm going to go out on my own because it'll be more rewarding if I go out on my own, then you can change that.
Yeah,
so
we want to be at level. Yeah.
You can adapt to emergent behavior.
Exactly.
And you know, so ritual over ritual, season over season. Destiny is a game that will continue to adapt to the way that you play it, and my fellow designers will also adapt to the way that you play it.
That's right.
We're watching. We're watching you. So let's talk about Season 2. What can I expect else to be different in Season 2 aside from the way we go out and the tasks that we're given by the factions to earn these rewards?
So we're doing the same thing with the Faction Rally Armor, where we are giving you can still earn the base set from the packages, but you can unlock these sweet, sweet Dead Orbit visuals by actually playing as Dead Orbit and doing tasks for Dead Orbit.
Another art
looks
caveat, this is
crazy.
concept art, so you know
Yeah.
what that means.
Yep.
Come on.
It's not going to be that
It's not going to be that different. It might just be a little different. And you know, if there's so much as a pixel out of place, I just want you to know that
I don't know. That's pretty.
this
That looks
is
pretty cool.
from someone's art table, and we will be creating
That's pretty. That
the
looks pretty
in-game
cool.
render
I changed my mind.
soon enough.
I main a Titan, but that Hunter, come on.
That Hunter
there-
looks
there-
pretty sweet.
There are actually moments when my warlock faith is questioned, and I look at those titans and I think, dang.
Titans.
There's also times when my faction devotion. Yes. Okay. Yeah,
This is why I'm this one right here.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
And obviously there are shaders.
pretty much looks the
There's
same.
armor, there's weapons. We're starting to lose control of the room. All right. Hey. Future War
beautiful,
Culters,
though.
you want to see what we got for you? Why are we laughing?
Actually, like
It's not bad.
That's my favorite
I'm looking at the
warlock in
Hunter.
the set.
The Warlock looks pretty cool.
All right, knock it off.
we all like different things.
The
Guns
shader's
too.
good though. Ooh. Okay.
So much fun. This is so much fun.
Okay.
So obviously that's just a taste. There are plenty of weapons throughout the arsenal. That is just one of many weapons that you would earn from one rally to the next.
Right.
Those may be the prize-winning weapons. I literally just pulled this out of the portion in our internal directories where I found all the art, and I was just like, oh, like I get to do that too. I get to geek out as a fan of this game and go and say, "What, are you kidding me? You're going to do that? You're going to make snowballs?" But so people may declare faction loyalty for the armor that they could get, or they may just say, I need that linear fusion rifle. I don't care if it looks like Dead Orbit. That's how I want to fight. That's what I want to add to my collection.
No one's going to want the linear fusion rifle, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Maybe they will.
It's only 50,000 glimmer.
The cost of disloyalty is high.
And the cost for disloyalty is high.
So TwitchCon exclusive.
Yeah.
Something we've never talked about is a Clarion Call. Steve?
Yeah,
What is
so we talked a lot about like
Oh,
we want to
snap.
provide beats where we bring people back together and get them to play and play together, play with your friends. And so the first time we're gonna try to do that is with this thing that we're calling a Clarion Call. The first one, and this is just the first one, it's the debut. We're gonna make it so that you will earn double XP during the Clarion Call if you're doing anything with your clanmate. So get into a fire team with your clanmate, and during the Clarion Call, you'll earn double XP.
Okay.
For those of you who have yet to find your spicy ramen emote, this is a great opportunity. You can get yourself a snack. It'd be very nice.
It's true.
But we really want to make sure that we bring you together and we give you a chance to go find the things that you haven't found yet that you really, really want. Go get a chance to earn that. So, yeah. That's what that's all about.
There are plenty of
Okay.
people who would say,
Well-
I'm not in a clan. Now you have an
You're
event
able to get
that
more
is
bright
devoted to
engrams,
clans.
which
Is that going to be
is
the case every time
fine.
that we do a Clarion Call?
Yeah, no, that's the first one is targeting playing with your clan, but not all of them will be. That's like just the first one that we're going after.
Okay,
Now,
interesting.
but as somebody who is a founder of a clan, as somebody who still leads my own clan, I've been extremely grateful for some of the things that you've done to help incentivize clan
Yeah.
participation,
Yeah.
incentivize clan membership. I have been so much more aware of clans and their membership in Destiny 2 than I ever have been in Destiny. I mean, they were there. We were aware of them. Some of their names are, on the tip of your tongue. But how many people, when we look day over day at the people who are playing this game, at this moment in time, what do you think is the state of clan membership?
Yeah, no, so it's actually been really remarkable to us. So many of you have gone out and founded clans and recruited members into your clans. And so right now, we actually see that about 80% of the people who play Destiny are in a clan. And to me, that's just, it makes me all like happy and mushy and all that sort of good stuff. Because it means that people are finding a place that they can call home. And that's what the game's all about. That's what we love about the game. And you're all making it real, which is really, really cool.
When it stops being software and becomes a venue where you can hang out with
exactly.
your friends.
Yeah,
How many people
exactly.
in this room are in a clan?
No.
How many people in this room were the founders or the leaders of those clans?
Whoa.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Festival
How
of
many
the Lost
people in
doesn't
this
look like
room
it's happening.
Want to join a clan but don't have one? That guy in the
guy.
back. Yeah, you. You just became the most popular guy in the room. All right, we will start the bidding at 5,000 glimmer. 5,000, 5,000, 10,000, 10,000, 15,000 glimmer, 20,000 glimmer, 20,000, 25,000, 25,000 glimmer. All right. So there are plenty of hardcore people in our community, and they're used to earning XP.
Right.
Yeah.
When that XP meter fills up, a bright engram drops right into your lap. So during a Clarion Call, if you're playing games with your clan, you can expect, is it logical to say that you would expect twice the number of bright engrams?
You'd be earning XP at twice the rate. So there's obviously still like your first 3 come with a bonus XP to get those faster, and then from then on you'll be getting them at double the rate. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's not bad.
what happens to those bright engrams at the end of Season 1?
So the Bright Engrams are going to receive a pretty big facelift. We are refreshing most of the content in them season over season.
Oh.
There's some content that's going to remain, but for the most part, all the emotes.
Emotes, the
You know and
shaders,
love.
the ships, the sparrows,
So
the ghosts.
as a gunslinger, that's the name of my clan, I'm not a hunter, this emote has eluded me. I don't have this one yet.
That was my
and,
first one.
And I have
Okay.
wanted this one. No, I got the spicy Raymond one.
Raymond.
Spicy Raymond?
Raymond.
Spicy Raymond, spicy Ron.
Ramen.
You say potato, I say Raymond. All right?
Brave
This is a
it.
time-limited Season 1 Engram.
Yep.
You're going to be removing it at the end of Season 1.
So if
No.
Oh wow, that actually makes
we're not gonna
this
gonna
double
take it away
XP
in
thing
absence
more
of anything.
interesting.
Nope.
So you
It
want to
makes
see?
it more interesting.
Wait for it. Wait for it. And drop the mic.
I like it. It's a good one.
Steve,
I
what
love
do you,
this
when
stuff.
you're designing new emotes, I mean, obviously people might say, I'm really sad that spicy ramen is gone. Because, everybody loves ramen. But when that's gone, you need something awesome to take its place.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
So what do you look to? Like, what inspires you when you make emotes season over season?
Raymond.
There's so many things. I spend a lot of time actually listening to the community. Right, the community is a huge source of inspiration. They always have such great ideas.
Everybody loves
We've talked a little bit about how seasons will have theming. So hence the reason when we talk about the Dawning, I've got like a bunch of amazing ideas of what I want to do for the Dawning. And I also look at the content that you're all going to be playing. Look at the whatever thing. Like when I look back at the stuff we just did, look at the raid. What are the mechanics in there? What are the fun things that people are going to be doing? And what's just the right emote for the right moment? One of my personal favorite stories that I've told many times at PAX and other places is that when I first sat down to see Rise of Iron, right, way back when. I looked at the raid mechanics. I'm like, man, there's just like, you're throwing grenades all the time, right? Like all the time you're throwing grenades. I gotta have a jump shot emote. Like if I don't have a jump shot emote, I'm doing it wrong. And so just really being inspired by the community, being inspired by the way they communicate with
I'll
each
do
other.
a summary after
And
they're
then
done,
look
for
at
sure.
the themes and look at the content we're shipping and make sure there's awesome stuff to do.
I mean, in an attempt to appear cheeky, you said, oh, and maybe we'll have emotes for the Dawning.
And maybe we'll have emotes for the Dawning. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
the culture of the Dawning is also, because the Dawning is the thematic anchor for Season 2, that is also, like however we celebrate the Dawning, whether it's gift giving or whether it's snowball throwing or, whatever a winter-themed holiday means to you, whatever a winter-themed event means to you, that is also something that you can pull from.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. No, you look at each event and go, what's the right thing that people really are going to want to say to each other.
So when you say, I make the emotes in Destiny, do you literally suit up in the spandex with the ping pong balls and go into our performance capture and do all that stuff?
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's your favorite? When you look at the emotes in the game, what's the favorite one where you're like, that was me?
So personally, my favorite one that I have done the performance for is the just do it.
All right. So moving on, we'll give you a glimpse at the entire inspectable spectrum of the Engrams. This is a Season 1 ship. I've marked them all, so watch that top right corner. I want to make sure that we're setting the right expectations here. This is in my inventory. I love it. It gave me a really cool transmat effect that I love. So with exotic ships come the effects, and when I touch down in a destination, I look like a Vex, and I get the data lattice that kind of dissipates, and it's totally cool. So I like that.
Yeah, no, I'm more of a Jade Rabbit person myself. Okay.
I like the Taken.
All right. And that's one of the great things is we give you the tools that you can use to express yourself creatively. You build a Guardian that is an extension of your inner self, your best hero. And then in Season 2,
Oh,
so
that
this is a
looks
ship
pretty
we are
good.
launching with the Dawning. This will be time limited to the Dawning event.
I want
and
that ship.
if somebody says, where'd you get that? And you're like, I played a lot of Destiny in Season 2. Where can I get that? It's Season 3, bro. I hate to tell you.
That's really
But
cool.
that ship has sailed.
Yep.
That looks really good.
Yeah. You like that? You like that? Thank you. Please take your seats. However, if you don't want to look like a snow angel everywhere that you go throughout the solar system,
Here we go.
We have other ships that you can earn. Each of these ships comes with the potential for earning, a different type of transmat effect.
It's like a little bug.
You want to give them a hint as to?
Well, there might be some new transmit effects that show up over the course of the new Engram. I think. Yeah. I think definitely be some new transmit effects.
Also, another Season 2 ship.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
The phones come back up.
It's pretty cool.
This is being streamed, and we'll release a lot of this art maybe in the next weekly update on the blog, because I know that people want to see that. I'll help you.
You got it.
Yeah, that. Well, which one was the most complicated one you said ever? The one with all the concept art from our artists? Yeah, that was some blogging, Cosmo. That was some what? Thank you, Elliot. At Elliot Gray on Twitter. He's our favorite Elliot Gray on
Bugs
Twitter.
Life looking ship.
Your personal ride.
Oh my goodness.
That is a Season 1 Sparrow. If you want
we're looking at
my
Sparrows
ride,
now.
that's my Sparrow. It's got a Metro Shift shader. It breathes a contrail like a fire-breathing dragon, and I love it. And after Season 1, like last year's automobile, it will be a thing of the past. Like,
Phasing out that model.
Phasing out that model. Oh, I remember that beauty when that rolled off the assembly line, but in Season 2...
More cup holders.
Yeah, in Season 2 you get more cup holders. Don't.
That's pretty good.
That is a joke.
Looks pretty good.
So yeah,
The
that looks
wire's
cool.
weird.
That looks groovy. But let me show you what will be mine in Season 2.
No. I cannot wait.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So there's a lot you get to have fun with here. You get you get particle effects. You have new art. The bomber aesthetic to that is actually pretty cool. So everyone's best friend in the game is also something that you can pull from Engrams. So there's the classical geometry for the ghosts. What are we doing with them in Season 2?
Putting some blinky lights on them.
Okay.
Blinky lights. I like blinky lights. Oh.
We're adding new body styles, new effects.
Interesting.
Just telling some new stories with geometry.
Yep.
What is it
He's
you like
no
to say about
longer-
this one?
We get to channel our inner Daft Punk.
Oh my goodness.
But this one's my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
one I
pretty
love. This one I
freaking
love.
cool.
I love.
So the cool thing about
That's
this one is when
awesome.
you have your ghost out and you're moving around, you can actually like rotate the whole solar system behind it. So it's pretty cool.
That's pretty dope.
And then what's the theme on this one right here?
I don't know.
It's just cool looking. Is it enough to
just
just say
neat.
we thought it was cool looking?
It's really cool.
It's a Winamp.
I love that they're
skin.
getting weird same.
Man, that's a throwback.
That's from our
I bet there's
generation,
people in the
yeah.
room don't even know what a Winamp
Amp is.
skin is. Raise your hand if you have no idea what a Winamp skin is. Yes,
It does really whip.
It was a dark time. It was a dark time on the
Before
internet.
Winamp.
Before the
So this is another Dawning Ghost.
Okay.
Yep. And
That's pretty.
The fun story with these,
pretty.
like with all of these things, is we really want to like give you a chance to customize what you look like, and to really have such a great deal of self-expression. And we just felt like the Ghost was just another great way to do that. So now you're starting to see some of those ideas come to life.
Yeah. And it's something that you will always see when you play Destiny. I mean, if you want to go to orbit at any point in time, and this is your companion. This is
I want it 'cause of
character
Winamp.
in your own personal story. So it's important that you have an emotional connection to those things. And season over season, we can give you an opportunity to collect these things and add them to your person. Yeah.
Right.
Shaders.
Shaders. Here we go.
So this is the exception to the rule. Everything that we've shown you up to this point changes, goes away, and evolves season over season. But that is not the case with shaders, yes?
Right. If you want to roam around looking like a watermelon, we want to help enable you. We don't want to take that away from you. So we're going to keep the shaders season over season, which we could adjust at a future date, but for now, that's the rule. And we're going to add to the pool. as well.
Yeah. So
I don't have enough space for all these
in
shaders.
season 2, this is a preview. I don't think we will be changing the way the icons behave, but this was what I was able to scrounge from our art directories. So this is some of the new shaders that you'll see in season 2.
Okay.
This is my collection. So you can see I have in the bottom, the second to the bottom row, I have 20 Metro Shift shaders. That's my preferred shader for all of my weapons. So you're not gonna, I'll still be able to earn those. But I can add to the collection. There's plenty of shaders here that I know that I will never use. So I will have to go through and do some housekeeping. Have you heard the community narrative about deleting shaders?
Yeah, we've definitely heard that.
Bulk deleting?
It's on the radar.
Okay.
Okay,
Yep.
it's on the radar.
That's one of
Damn it.
the great things, again, about having this like consistent seasons, the phrase DG's early release vehicle, is it allows us to continue to iterate and work on those pain points.
Right. I'm not going to make any promises as to if or when we'll get to that, but I know it's on the radar.
Okay.
It's on the radar,
On the
guys.
to-do
Bulk
list, the
deletion.
proverbial to-do list.
Yep.
Armor. So from the same engram, you can pull vanity sets of armor.
Season
They
1.
drop at low power by
Mobility.
design, because we don't want to award you power by these means. But this is a great means of self-expression. I do love that Warlock helmet, and I infused it up to operational readiness. What happens to these suits of armor as Season 2 begins?
They are gone from the Bright Engram,
Okay.
Yep.
And replaced with new sets?
replaced with new sets.
Okay. And
So they're gone again. I
my
like
understanding
that.
is that
I like
these
that.
new sets of armor do not follow the dawning theme, which is why I cannot show you to that.
They do not.
No.
So
God
no,
damn it.
the theme for season 2 is not 8-bit. We're not rezzing down the game. This is obscured intentionally. I apologize for doing this. Like I said, we're making promises today, but we are going to hold back a few surprises for the game. And
Minecraft shaders.
these suits of armor brush up a little bit too close to something we just haven't talked about yet. So you can expect to be earning these during a Clarion Call or regular
Trials?
gameplay, or however it is that you play
Trials
Destiny.
of Osiris
we'll have
and
a
not
whole
the
new set
9?
of season 2 armor, and you can look forward to that. Trust me, I have obscured this to the point where speculation based on that image is just it's a dead end. So they're heavily pixelated. I changed the color. Please don't anybody go and make a 20-minute video about what they think it is, because it's just not. Or do, but I'm gaming the system really hard right now. But suffice to say that there will be new armor for your Guardian in Season 2.
Okay.
So that's all we're going to say about that. Let's move along to the different ways in which we enhance the competitive experience.
Yeah, so with Destiny 2, the teams
Okay.
had this opportunity to debut some special event maps like these. The one you're seeing here was the one we debuted with Trials of the Nine, and then inserted it into just general population after that.
So when a special ritual goes live, we can say, welcome to this new experience. Here's a new place where that will happen. And then once that's over, you can send it out across the entire...
So just give it to everyone.
Okay. And then there was this one.
Yep. When we had the world first raid completion, we debuted a map that was themed along the raid.
Okay.
And then, of course...
So this was an old Destiny favorite that we had the opportunity to take and rejigger a bit and put it back into Destiny 2, give it the Nessus palette, and really clean it up. And yeah, we
I would just
inserted it in
expect
Iron
new
Banner
maps,
first,
guys.
and then again after that, it's just
Not
forever.
ranked.
So is this a promise that we can make, that every season will include an infusion of new arenas where Guardians can go and butt heads and establish some personal glory?
I can promise you in Season 2, we are adding another map with one of our events. You'll see it there first, but after the event concludes, it's just going to be there for everyone.
The event.
Cool.
Yeah, we really want to
Okay.
particularly when bringing back the map there, is that you've got all these memories from all these battles you've had on these maps. Just giving you a hint of that, so you can remember what it was like, and then figure out the new little tweaks that have been made and continue to battle.
Yeah,
New
as
Dawning
a
map,
long-time
maybe,
combatant in
Maybe.
Bungie games, there's always that one map that people loved, and they say,
Yang
please bring that back.
Xiaolong,
And
thank
the
you so
fact
much
that
for
we
the
can update
sub.
it fictionally. The fact that we can have it
Welcome to the
embrace a
Lamb
new
Squad.
destination or embrace
Thank you
the
so
new
much.
themes of the
I really
game.
appreciate
It's something
that.
that we can play with. It's something that we can have fun with.
Welcome.
But if everyone remembers their favorite routes or their favorite jumps or their favorite place to create a chokehold and work with their teammates to shut people down, experiencing this with what is, in the opinion of many, a drastically different tactical sandbox. Gameplay on this map can be completely different with, 4v4
Crucible
and different weapon
snowballs.
sets and
I'd be
different
okay with that.
subclasses coming into play. So, what is old can feel new again.
Vagabond, thank you so much for 5 months.
To that point,
Welcome back.
sandbox tuning is
Sandbox
something that we've
tuning, here we
alluded to,
go.
a couple of times.
Thank
throughout
you
the
so
course of
much.
this
Welcome
Keep up
back.
the work,
conversation.
Watts.
And I have provided a glimpse at some of the tools that we can use to diagnose the meta. And when our sandbox team works on sandbox tuning as part of the season release
even know what
vehicle,
this is.
this is some of the things that they look at. There is a lively conversation in the community about the different weapons that are requisite to the Ultimate Warrior, be it Mida Multi-Tool or whatever it is that you prefer. But we can look at every single player in our community. So if you feel like, thank you, 5 minutes remain. 5 minutes remain, everyone. So we can take a look at every single weapon that you equip. We can take a look at every single
Oh,
shot
no.
that gets fired in the sandbox.
I'm
so
trying
if
to-
you feel like as a player,
I'm
you
trying
don't
to
have
mute
a
it,
loud
and
voice
it's
in the
not
community,
working.
but you also want your
Feels
opinion
bad.
represented in our creative
No,
process. I'd like to assure
shush.
you that you
Hold on.
absolutely are.
Can I stop
Because
it?
we can take a look at how every Guardian spends their time in
no.
the game. We know your favorite mission. We know your favorite destination to explore. We know your favorite weapon. We know your favorite subclass.
Sandbox tuning.
And we can study the community and make informed decisions
I
as
muted
to
it
where
now.
we should
I muted it.
design next, in which direction. So
He hasn't
if
said
John
anything yet,
Wisniewski
don't
were
worry.
here, he could
Nothing's
talk
been
at
said.
length. We could have an entire panel discussion devoted to that alone. But I understand that
Bless
he's
you.
going to be appearing on Crucible Radio with some of his colleagues, so maybe that conversation will go in that direction. So keep an eye on that channel.
Oh, okay.
Steve, talk to me about clans, man.
Yeah,
Talk to me
so-
about, you mentioned before that I filled up with my gunslingers. I filled up my meter, all right?
Yep,
We're
yep,
level
yep,
6,
yep,
but
yep.
when Season 2 begins...
Coney, thank you so much.
You will start anew.
I really
You will start
appreciate
anew.
that.
And
Welcome
what we'll do is you'll be a new set of perks to earn for your clan banner. Your
Okay.
clan banner will target the content you'll be going after during that season. If you look back at what we've already seen, many of those perks targeted the Cabal. Many of the perks targeted the things
The
you've been
ugly
doing with
banner.
your clan during Season 1. Well, it's just an enduring philosophy that we'll have each season is saying, hey, let's look at the content that the players are going to be doing. Let's make sure that they're earning things for their
Awaken,
clan
thank
that
you
are
so much for the
meaningful to
sub.
them and meaningful to their community.
And that is
Welcome
the
to Lamb
Season 1
Squad.
clan
Thank
banner.
you so much.
Yes.
So if your clan, like mine,
really
reaches
appreciate
level
that.
6
Welcome.
before the end of the season, you will earn this on the first day of Season 2. If you're not there yet, they'll have a Clarion Call.
That's correct. That's correct. Now, I want to be super clear that the thing you will earn is that staff that you see in the middle there. You'll see it's red, it's silver. It looks like it comes from the combatants you've been fighting for Season 1. And it's the thing that if you get your clan to max level, there's a new staff to have and to put on and wear as for your whatever clan banner your community currently has. And the idea is that you can look back at it, you can set it up and pick your favorite, and you can have that sort of feeling of yeah, I remember way back when during Season 1 when we were fighting the Cabal and we were kicking them all over the solar system. And there will be one of those clan staves for each of the seasons for your community to earn.
And this is a great way for clans to indicate we were there.
Yep,
When
absolutely.
Destiny 2 started, we were formed up. We created our clan on Bungie.net on day 1. We tackled the Red Legion together, and we have that. So people might just be like, I dig it, it's red, it's silver. People might just say, I always want the latest and greatest clan banner. I want people to know we're current.
Yep.
Some people might say, we've been a clan for years. Remember when we first earned our special clan staff? Staff. Okay.
Staff.
And then,
That's fine.
obviously,
Yeah.
clans earn a lot of free loot. I got a whole bunch of it. I'll admit. There's sometimes I dismantle it because I feel guilty, but I've kept some stuff. Yes, thank you, Cosmo. thank you, Cosmo.
Yeah, so it's really important to us that
Our clan's doing great.
as we progress through the
All of them
seasons.
are doing
that engram that you can earn for your community includes all of the latest, greatest things for that type of
Okay.
content. So, for example, we had the Crucible one in Season 1. If we add more weapons to that pool, we want to make sure that that Engram can then still drop those particular weapons.
And then new features and perks, that's pretty much a callback to, I actually showed that with the staff.
Yep.
So,
it's all good. So yeah, that's like I said, talking about the perks and those perks making
An
sure
emblem
they're,
would have been
they're interesting
cool,
to
yeah.
you and that they target the baddies you're going to be going to kill during that season.
and that's a good reason also to, kick off a new season of clan play. There's new things to earn. There's new things to grab. There's new things that will, enhance your existence as a clan. So, in the words of one of my favorite phrases, would you like to know more?
Oh, I want to know
We
more.
are going to be at Paris Games Week
Damn it.
next week, and this will be another opportunity for us to drill down deeper in some of the things that are coming to you in Destiny in 2 weeks. Is it in 2 weeks? I lose track of time. We're on the road too much, Brittany. We'll be at Paris Games Week coming up real soon, and this will be another opportunity to have conversations like these. If you're in the neighborhood, stop by. That is Paris, France, not Paris, Texas. So please, Texas jokes, Cosmo, just for you, baby. And then on the heels of that, we will be firing up our own Twitch channel again, and we will have a series of streams. Yes, here we go. Here we go again. Let's dust off the hot seat. And we'll be talking
Streams
to you more
coming in
about
November.
other things that you can look forward to in Destiny. So if you've been
Probably
curious,
about the DLC.
if you've been eager to know what else will befall you in this game and how else your Guardian will evolve and what else will be throwing at you, there is stuff to have on your radar now. So go tell it around. Go tell your, if you're a streamer, go tell your subscribers and your audience members
That's
that,
you guys.
this is what's coming to Destiny.
Hey, that's you
We
guys.
thank you for joining us here. There's plenty that you could be doing in this building, and we're honored that for this hour you have made us that thing. And we'll see you on the PC in 4 days, Guardians.